bunch of heathens, take it slow. Wait for them to ask you who you know.
All right, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy 666 coming at you with another comic book haul video. Today, man, let's get things started with this Stray Dogs #1. I've heard so many people talking about this that and they were saying this is such a great read that I decided to pick it up for myself and see what's going on. So I found #1 and #2. I believe this #1 is a second. Yeah, it's a second printing. That might be a little dark, but we'll see what's going on with that. I'm just showing these because, you know, Spawn has been killing it lately with these covers. This is Spawn number 317. And here are the variants to go along with that. That right there is just bad. I mean, that is awesome. I mean, that's a throwback to Michonne, The Walking Dead, if I ever seen it. This was a cold-blooded cover as well for Spawn 317. And I think this is like a 1 in 10, maybe a 1 in, not a 1 in 10, maybe, or just a one store variant or something. But I told you these Spawn covers in black and white, they look really good. I also picked up the Marvels #1. Are these like one shots or something? I think so. I think this is a dope. I believe this is Alex Ross, man. I got that other Batman #1 Fortnite cover. I've been hearing so much about these that I decided to go ahead and let me pick this up and give it a read. This is Nightwing number 78, the second print. Also picked up number 79. I grabbed 2 of those. And also got the variant cover for that. So we'll see what's up. I'm hearing great things. This is that Geiger #1, the second printing. I had to get that. As well as Shadecraft #1, the second print. This Nottingham is causing a bit of got people hype on this, man. I guess it's pretty good. So I found the second printing of this Nottingham #1. I just thought this was a dope cover. This is Black Panther what is this, #5? No, Black Panther #3. We've got the Avengers #35. This is the first time I believe that the Falcon appears on the cover as Captain America. I've been looking for these. I've finally started to find some. We've got the Crew #3. I want to read this story. This is, you know, everybody got introduced to Josiah Bradley and the Falcon and Winter Soldier. So yeah, I want to see what's up with this. I found #4. I found 2 #5s. Oh, #6. And I found 2 #7s. So yeah, all I need is 1 and 2 and I'll be in there. That #1, the Crew, that goes for a little bit of money. It's stuff that I'm showing today in this haul. Everybody knows about it. So I'm not going to go too deep in it because I want to try and get into, well, we'll get to that. This is that Berserker #2. Just a dope cover. Picked up some more of these Secret Warriors. This is Secret Warriors #1. I talked about it, I believe, in my last video. Wasn't #1, but I just I like this. There's some talk that I believe Contessa Allegra Contessa, well, Val, we'll just say Val. Anyway, she shows up in this as dressed as Madame Hydra. So there is some talk on this. I got 2 of those. I found 2 more Secret Warriors #2, the second print. And this time I got the regular cover A for the 6th, for #6. I found 2 of those. And I also showed this cover in my last haul. This is that variant cover for #6. I grabbed 2 more of those. You saw I picked up that Berserker, so of course I had to get this. This was that free Something Is Killing the Children, the 8th print, #1. That's a dope 1 in 25 for Once and Future. What number is this? This is I believe this is the most recent one out. Pretty sure it is. Yeah, number 18. That's a nice cover. I had a chance to get that 1 in 25 for 17 and just left it. And when I went back to my LCS last week to pick this up, I was hoping it would still be there, but unfortunately it was not. Here's another 1 in 25 for Once and Future. Just awesome, awesome cover. And of course I had to get that 1 in 50 for Miles Morales, number 25. It's a little weird, but when I saw it, I had to get it. Just was weird enough for me that I was like, yeah, I want to put that in my PC. And man, check this out. We got Black Cat #2, the Michael Turner variant. That's beautiful. And I liked it so much, I got 2 of these bad boys. That is just a beautiful Michael Turner cover. You know, they took him too soon, man. Just too soon. Check this out. You guys know that I'm specking on that 7 Secrets. I'm hoping that's going to turn into something. So yeah, I definitely had to get this. This is that 7 Secrets, the store variant. That homage to Akira. Just a dope cover. Virgin variant, almost a virgin. Not quite. I picked up 2 of these, as a matter of fact. I like them a lot. They're in great shape. Definitely near mint. And I didn't even know these were out there. Just doing searches, man. Came across these. This is an let me see, an SCC San Diego Comic-Con variant or something like that. What's dope about this is that it's the Secrets. It's a foil. So of course, I also had to get 2 of these. Just nice. Just a quick haul, man. Just wanted to show a few things. But what I really want to get into, are you ready? I think it's time to go down that rabbit hole again, man. You know, once I get to digging, man. Once I've got something on my mind, you know, I'm all in. So if you remember the last time, I was all about that Darkhold. And I was talking about the book that opened things up for me and just sent me on that journey down that rabbit hole. Was this Avengers? 187. Now, remember I said that 187 led me to the elder god Cthon. So going deeper into the elder gods, they have many names. One such name is the Great Old Ones. And the first mention is in this. We've got the Tower of Shadows, number 6. This bad boy came out in 1970. And like I said, this is where you get the first mention of the Great Old Ones. And Cthon is definitely one of them. Now, well, I guess I'll leave this up for a minute. I got this in a 9.4, man. This was the highest grade that I could find in this. And for the price, couldn't beat it. I had to get it. Like I said, nobody's specking on this stuff right now. Nobody's even looking at this. And like I said, it's just interesting the direction your research will take you. So, according to the lore, the Old Ones populated all of existence before the act of creation. During the time of men, they created huge cities, one which is rumored to be Atlantis. They worked magic in ways that were not quite imagined in the minds of men yet. Their magic was carved into the writings on walls of tombs that were located in the ancient city. And it was theorized to be the source of all magic. And when I got to looking at that, I'm like, okay, this was theorized by this cat called the Logomancer. So of course I had to go and look that up. And the first appearance of the Logomaster shows up in Namor, the First Mutant, number 3. That is a beautiful cover right there. This came out in 2010. And as a matter of fact, it's when I picked this up, these aren't there's no spec on this, but these are just some beautiful covers. I also grabbed number 1, number 2, and number 4. Just dope covers. Now you can find what I said to mention in this book, and what's even weirder to me about this run is that Namor finds himself in a struggle with underwater vampires. And I was like, wait, what? I can't make this stuff up, man. It's crazy. Keep in mind, rumors are high that Namor will show up in the MCU. And could it be possible that everything that's going to happen in these next phases in Marvel in their run, could it culminate with an all-out battle between the forces of darkness and Earth's heroes? I mean, it's I can't make this stuff up. I mean, I really can't. So, like I said, getting into this, there's just a lot, and this stuff goes in a lot of different directions. The history of the ancients is confusing. It's stemming from Greek as well as Egyptian mythos, as well as some Lovecraft Cthulhu mythos. Regardless, one thing is made clear. Cthon, and I'm sure you've heard this name before, Shumagarath, they were considered the greatest of the Old Ones. And like I said, Shumagarath, that should ring a bell for those who have been hearing spec that he could possibly show up as one of the big bads in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. With the creation of this new mythos, Marvel introduces Conan, the Barbarian. And I bring up Conan because remember in the movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger, they had James Earl Jones, and he played Thulsa Doom, who I mentioned previously in that video, where I went down that rabbit hole the first time with the Darkhold. Well, his first appearance is in Monsters on the Prowl, number 16. This came out in 1972, and like I said, this is the first appearance of Thulsa Doom. Now, this is Cole, King Cole, that he's battling, but he's been back and forth with Cole and Conan in the books. As a matter of fact, I picked up 2 copies of that. Just nice book. Now, getting back to the mythos, we see the beginning of everything, including what they're calling the origins of the demiurge. Cthon, you got Cthon, Gaia, and Set. Well, Gaia, fearing the struggle of power among the elder gods and the effects it would have on the earth realm, petitioned the demiurge to conceive in her the means to defeat the elder gods, which at this point have degenerated into practically demons. So she gives birth, man, to Atum, and he has the power to slay demons and absorb their energy, which over time changes him into the monstrous Demogorg. And the first appearance of that is in Thor Annual number 10. And this came out in 1982. We get the first appearance of the Demogorg. I'm probably not pronouncing that right, but you know what I mean. Now, I talk about this because it is the Demogorg who forced Cthon to leave the earth. But remember, before Cthon leaves, I talked about this also the last time, he writes the Darkhold. So we'll just leave that right there for a minute, and I'll come back to that later. Anyway, in this issue, there's a meeting between Hela and the Hell Lords in the realm of Pluto. They have decided to merge the 2 realms in order to increase their power. Now check this. They perform a ritual creating the nexus of the netherworlds. Does that sound familiar? It should. Like the Nexus being, aka Wanda Maximoff, being called the Nexus being. Yeah. And that the first time that she was called that was in the West Coast Avengers number 61. First Wanda as the Nexus. Anyway, during the ritual, they release the Demogorg, and he proceeds to battle and consume the Hell Lords. Now, while this battle ensues, Odin gets involved, and he brings other sky gods, sky fathers, to go to the Nexus to defeat this cat. Okay, with that being said, let's change gears right quick, and let's get back to the Darkhold. During this research, and I think I mentioned it during my first deep dive, that the Darkhold inspired other black magical tomes. One such tome was the legendary Necronomicon, and that was created by Abdul Al-Hazard. I'm gonna say Al-Hazard. Anyway, now you know I had to check this guy out. So Abdul Al-Hazard, he's also known as the Mad Arab. He was born in the 8th century in Saudi Arabia. Now, he was first mentioned, check this out, in this magazine right here. We've got Monsters Unleashed number 3. This came out in 1973. Just a beautiful Neil Adams cover, and it also has it at the preview of the Son of Satan. So I'll leave that up for a minute. And I also want to show, let me get this ready. The first appearance of the Mad Arab came in this book right here. We've got Tarzan, the Lord of Jungles, number 15. The Lord of the Jungle, number 15. This came out in 1978. This was the highest grade that I could find of this at the time. This is a 9.6. Just like I said, man, when you start going down these rabbit holes, you just never know what you're going to run into and what you might want to go after. But now check this out. This is what I found to be really interesting about this dude, Abdul. He also shows up in the 20th century, and he shows up in all places. Are you ready for this? In Mandrapore. And we know that is definitely blowing up right now. People are specking on Wolverine, Mandrapore like crazy. Wow. What wonderful webs we can weave when we deep dive. Okay, check this out. Abdul hires various groups of mercenaries, right, to kidnap this woman called Tiger in order to take over her crime syndicate in Mandrapore. And her first appearance is in the Uncanny X-Men number 229. This came out in 1988. It was written by Chris Claremont, and the cover is by Mark Silvestri. Nobody is talking about this book. And if they are, it might be about the first appearance of the Reavers and Gateway. Now, I'm not saying Tiger will show up, but if she does, this book, when the market catches up, will probably go ballistic. And another book to check out, I don't have it on me at the moment, but it is at Wolverine number 4. You get the first appearance of Rough House and Bloodsport. Okay, so earlier I talked about the Demogorge forcing Chthon to leave Earth. But remember, oh, and by the way, that's a beautiful copy right there. That's a high grade. They sent that to me in Mylar. But like I said, remember that the Demogorgon forces Chthon to leave the Earth. But before he leaves, he wrote the Dark Code. Now, what I did not discuss was where he left it. Chthon, before fleeing Earth, wrote all of his evil works and spells onto parchments of flesh in a chamber called the Darkhold. Now, among these caverns inside the mountain, believed to be, get this mountain where these caverns were, are believed to be the modern age Wundagore. Now, I'm going to let that marinate for a minute. Now, if you remember, I also talked about Morgan Le Fay and the Darkholders attempting to use the Darkhold to summon Chthon, but remember, he proved, sorry about that, he proved too powerful for them. And although they were unable to send him back to his realm, they were able to imprison him. And what I did not mention there was where they imprisoned him. He was imprisoned. They imprisoned his spirit underneath Mount Wundagore. So we keep going back to Mount Wundagore. Now, Mount Wundagore, you got to do that research. It's a mountain that is located in the Transian mountain range of Eastern Europe in the country of Transia. Okay, so why bring this up? If this doesn't get your minds racing, wow. Wow. I don't know what will. Anyway, we've got the Avengers number 185. This came out in 1979, and we have the origin of Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver. So much is going on inside of this issue, but I'm just going to touch on a few things, and that is that Wanda and Pietro, they were being raised by this family named the father's name was Django, and the mother was Mara Maximoff, near the border of Transia. This is where they were raised. Now check this out. Django and Mara, they lost their 2 children a while ago. So they were asked to adopt Wanda and Pietro by who? You knew he was coming. By the High Evolutionary. Now, this stuff just gets weirder and weirder. But the High Evolutionary, his first appearance comes in Thor 134 from 1966. That's just a great Jack Kirby cover. And I liked it so much, I had to get two. You know, prices on everything is just starting to go crazy. So if you guys are into any of this stuff, man, you get out there, get on it. And with that, I want to conclude this edition of Down the Rabbit Hole of Speculation. And we're going to bring this comic book haul to an end. But before I do, I'm going to leave you guys with this, okay? There are so many different directions that Marvel could go, right? It's almost impossible to try and figure out where this stuff could end up. I mean, we've seen some just wild speculation in the past weeks, i.e. Omega Red Spec during the Falcon and Winter Soldier. But is it possible that Marvel could be laying the groundwork? Look at this, Doctor Strange and the Hobgoblin. Is it possible that they could be laying the groundwork from things from years ago? And it's really up to us to read between the lines in order to see what direction they might be planning to go in the future. Look at this, Doctor Strange, and you remember I'm talking about this, the first vampire? Varney, Lord of the Vampires. But like I said, the deeper you go in this, the crazier this stuff seems to get, to where, yeah, I like the thought of possibly seeing the first vampire in the MCU, but ultimately, all roads could possibly be leading to one of the greatest vampires in all of our current psyches. And they've already been bringing in the characters to set it up. And I'm going to leave you with this book right here. We've got Doctor Strange, number 60, Master of the Mystic Arts. You know who that is in the background. I don't even need to say it. And with that, I appreciate you guys hanging out. Until next time, you guys know what to do. If you like the video, like, subscribe. All right. It's your boy, 666.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.